of us spend too much time being verbal about the things that we need and want instead of actually taking the things that we need and want. Um, Wanting something and saying that you want something are two different things. It's real easy to say what you want. It's real easy to say, hey, I want a new car. I want a better life. Um, I want a better job. I want to make more money. I need this. I need to do this with my life. I need to do that with my life. Being verbal is so easy because you're just speaking. You're saying words. And the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. And I think a lot of us don't back up our words with our actions. So we waste a lot of time telling others what we want, telling others what we need, venting to our friends. Well, I need to do this to change. I need to do this to make more money, or I need to do this to get out of said situation. I need to do this. I want to do that. I want to change my life. Okay, you want to change your life. Everyone wants to change their life. Everyone wants to better themselves. Saying that you want it and actually wanting it are two different things. Because if you truly want it, you wouldn't have any need to be verbal. If you truly needed it, you wouldn't have a need to be verbal about it. You would take the necessary steps. You would take the initiative. And a lot of us, myself included, have a very difficult time. I feel we've had a very difficult time taking the initiative to really gaining the things that we want, to really making the necessary life choices. And it's a big setback. It really is. It's a setback that we never see. We never see it because we're so busy talking about it. We're so busy talking about the things that we want to do that we don't realize that the more verbal we are about it, the longer we're going to stay in the same place that we've been in for the past 4, 5, maybe 10 some odd years. You're still stuck in the same place. And a lot of people are stuck in the same place in their lives is because they're so busy being verbal about where they are instead of being physical about where they need to be, instead of taking the initiative about where they need to be. It's a journey. It really is. And obviously the hardest parts of any journey are the first few steps. The first few steps, yeah, it's going to feel weird because A, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, out of your element. You're doing something that you're not used to doing. You may not be used to taking action. You may not be used to taking an initiative or making the conscientious decision that this is what you need to do here to get to there. You may not be used to that. So those first few steps are going to feel weird. And I feel like that's the reason why, that's at least one of the main reasons why a lot of us stay verbal about our needs and wants instead of being physical about our needs and wants, instead of being mentally determined about our needs and wants, because a lot of us are afraid of those first few steps. The first few steps are scary because you realize it the hard way, that success doesn't come overnight. Improvement, self-improvement doesn't come overnight. Mastering something does not come overnight. It takes night after night, day after day. You might lose sleep. Matter of fact, scratch that. You're going to lose sleep. You're going to lose sleep. You might lose a little bit of energy, but the energy that you're losing is old, wasted energy that you've been wasting. Excuse me. So get rid of that wasted energy. Get rid of that wasted, lazy sleep. And start making the essential choices to get to where you need to be. Drain all that old energy out. That's the old you trying to leave. You ever get on a new medication and you feel, you might feel drained, you feel groggy, you feel sick. You might feel sicker than what you were before you started taking that medication. Just realize this is your body adjusting to the new changes. This is a necessary drainage. This is a necessary sickness. It's a necessary detox to flush out the old you, all of your old habits, all of your old emotions, All of your old ways are getting flushed out. So a new version of you can have plenty of room to grow. You're planting a new seed in yourself and you're waiting for that to grow. And that's where a lot of people, I feel, get scared because they're afraid of the pain that they're going to have to go through to experience the pleasure that they deserve. It's hell trying to get to heaven, obviously. But you have to go through this thing called life in order to get to paradise. It's obvious. This is something that you're going to have to go through. It's a natural fear to be afraid of change. It's natural to be afraid of change. It's natural to be afraid. I'm not saying don't ever be afraid. You need fear. You need the fear. But constantly being verbal about the actions that you need to take and not taking the actions, that shows that you're still afraid. You're still scared of something. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably a fear of loss. It's a fear of defeat. You're afraid of losing the things and losing the people that are in your life now. Let me tell you something. If you decide to make a conscientious decision and change your life for what you feel is the better, if you make that decision and the people that are in your life now don't agree with you, they don't agree with your ways, then those people were not meant to be in your life in the first place. Those people were seasonal. They're not full-time. So them leaving you, them walking out when you decide to turn up the voltage, crank up the voltage and become a better version of yourself, if they can't handle that and they leave, that's on them. They were never a root. They were a branch. They were a leaf and they just fell off. Let them fall off. You better yourself, always. It doesn't matter who decides to stick around. It doesn't matter who decides to leave. It doesn't matter. You're still there. You haven't left. New people are going to come and go, regardless. New friends. You're going to gain new friends. You're going to lose old ones. You're going to lose the ones that you thought were going to be there forever. You're going to lose people that you thought were going to be there forever. That's okay. If people want to walk out, let them go. It's obvious that you were going in a different direction than those people. But don't just go in their direction because you're afraid of losing. You're afraid of this sense of isolation, being alone. Let me tell you something. It's your journey. In your journey, you are always going to be alone. You are always going to be by yourself. You're going to have people supporting you, but you will never have anyone holding your hand. Those people supporting you cannot hold your hand through it. Because if they do, guess what? It's not worth it. You've been coddled through your journey. That means that they fought that battle for you. They're fighting your battles for you. Why would you want somebody else fighting your battles for you? This is a fear. Like I said, this is a fear that drives people to just talk about what they need to do and not doing what they need to do. If you have to go dark, go dark. If you have to go silent, go silent. If you have to be away from people, be away from people. That's fine. Everyone needs a mental recharge. If the people around you can't handle that, that's on them. If those that love you can't handle that, do they really love you? No, of course not, because they're not understanding. They're not supportive. I always tell people, everyone that I know, I tell them, so if you are truly trying to progress, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people that are, yes, they're going to be hard on you, but they're hard because they care. We all have those asshole friends. I have asshole friends, and I love every single one of them because all of my asshole friends are positive. They are tough because they care and because they love me and because they want to see me progress. I'm tough on them because I love them and I want to see them progress. Everyone in my life that is struggling, I want to see them win. Everyone in my life that is winning, I want to see them win more. I want to see them keep winning. I want to see them keep growing, keep learning. That's what the people in your life should want for you as well. So any decision that you decide to make, decide it. Tell yourself one time, just one time, this is what I'm going to do. And that is a solid one time. Make that one time solid. You make those words solid because when you make them solid, you'll never have to say them again. You will never have to say them again because now you at that point. You're there. You're at the point where talking is over. It's done. Now it's time to take action. You've said the words. Take the action. Always remember that no matter how good or how bad you are, you always have the potential to be better. You always have the potential to do something. No matter how smart you are, you have the potential to be smarter. There's always room to grow. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. There's always room for you to grow, to progress, to be better. If you're good, be great. If you're good, work to be great. If you're smart, work to be smarter. If you're intelligent, work to be more intelligent. If you have success, don't just stop at that success. Work to build more success. Always work to be better tomorrow than what you were today. Be better today than who you were yesterday. Every day should be a day of growth. That's why I said before in one video, New Year's resolutions, no. Start new day resolutions, daily changes. Every day should be there should be a new goal. There should be a new way that you figure out how to better yourself, how to improve yourself on the journey that you're on. And like I said before, say it once, say it one time, and make that one time solid. Be solid about it, because when you say it one time, you're solid about the choice. You're adamant about the choice. It's an adamant statement. You made an adamant statement that, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to win today. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. You decided, hey, I'm going to win. I'm going to put in the effort and I'm going to win. That already makes you a winner. Effort already makes you a winner because you're doing what 9 out of 10 people have a hard time doing, making an executive decision. So many of us struggle in our conflicts with knowing what to do and having the will to act on it. So if you have the will to act on a decision that you decided to make, you are in almost a 3 percentile of people that are either successful or one day they are a day away from being successful. You are in that 3 percentile now because you made the conscientious decision. You didn't verbalize it. You did it. You took the first few steps, which are the hardest. You realized it wasn't going to happen overnight. You realized at night, you went through the nights and the nights after night after night. And now that you realize you're one step closer, take that time to celebrate that. Take a brief moment, take a breath and celebrate that because you're in that 3 percentile. You're a winner on the way, and that means something. Once again, people, if you have reached the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't be a stranger. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And in case no one else tells you, I'll tell you. I love you. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.